From Ticker News, this is Ticker Today.
Hello, I'm Aaron Young. President Vladimir Putin has stated that Russia is prepared for war with Europe if attacked and accused European leaders of sabotaging peace talks. Putin referred to recent changes to a US peace plan for Ukraine as absolutely unacceptable. A senior NATO official dismissed Putin's comments, asserting that the alliance remains united. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed concerns over parts of the plan, particularly regarding territorial concessions. Putin indicated that European nations are mistaken if they believe Russia can be strategically defeated. He says Moscow is willing to engage with the US proposal, but insists any agreements must address the conflict's root causes.
I've said that 100 times. We have no plans of fighting against Europe. But if Europe wants to fight and if they start this fight, then we are ready right now. There is no doubt about this. But the only question is, if Europe starts the war, unleashes this war, because that's not Ukraine. With Ukraine, we use some surgical means. We are trying to be really careful.
US Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has proposed expanding a travel ban on countries she claims are sending dangerous migrants to the US. The ban could extend to around 30 countries from the current 19, though specific nations have not yet been revealed. The proposal follows a recent shooting in Washington, which resulted in the deaths of a young Army specialist and left another critically injured. The suspect entered the US under a Biden-era program and was granted asylum during the Trump presidency. The Trump administration has since paused all asylum case decisions for Afghan nationals and is reviewing green cards for immigrants from countries currently under travel restrictions. Afghan communities in the US are now expressing concern about potential collective punishment following the shooting incident. Apple says it won't comply with India's order to preload a state-run app on its smartphones. The Indian government has mandated that smartphone manufacturers include the app aimed at tracking stolen devices within 90 days. The order has raised concerns over surveillance and privacy from political opponents and advocates alike. India's telecom minister stated that users can opt to activate or delete the app at their discretion. But Apple plans to communicate its concerns to the Indian government, noting potential security issues with that mandate. Other manufacturers, including Samsung, are also reviewing the order amid similar concerns. Let's take a look at the markets for you today, and stocks have rebounded as Bitcoin and technology shares gained. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose by 229 points. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq also recorded gains. Bitcoin increased by 7%, recovering from some of its losses.